You are listening to How to Get Over Your Ex, episode number 161, the breakup pep talk you didn't know you needed. Welcome to How to Get Over Your Ex, a podcast on getting over your ex without it just taking time. I'm your host, breakup coach Dorothy. Let's turn your pain into power and your heartbreak into happy. Hello, Braveheart. Today we have something a little bit different. I have been sensing a lot of heavy energy rolling around lately, people feeling kind of stuck and stagnant, and I really want to help get that energy moving, and I really want to get your blood pumping, and I really want to help you see beyond the fog that you might be sitting in right now, okay? So this is a breakup pep talk that I really needed when I was going through the thick of it. And I want to give it to you so that you can make your next steps, so that you can feel hopeful and free and confident in your own ability to create the bigger and better life. Okay? So let's get started. All right, Braveheart. So I want you to, if you can, close your eyes. I know some of you listen and you're walking, or if you're driving, definitely don't close your eyes. I want you to go to the place, and I want you to sit in your body and go to the place of just your favorite place, whatever that might be, and get comfy and get cozy. Settle into that place as if you're there now, whether it's real or conceptual. And I want you to just sit with yourself and be a little bit present. Feel the breath going in and out. Feel your fingers. Maybe you're walking and you feel your feet on the ground. Maybe you're driving and you feel your seat on your bottom. And maybe you're laying down and you feel the back of your head on your pillow. And maybe, it would be really cool, maybe you're sitting in a pool and you can feel the water on your legs and on your arms. And I want you to come back to yourself. I want you to take a deep breath and remember that you can radically trust yourself. It doesn't matter what happened years ago. It doesn't matter what happened in the relationship. It doesn't matter how the breakup happened. It doesn't matter how you showed up throughout all of that. It was all happening exactly the way it was supposed to. And even though there's so much pain and so much devastation and so much loss, doesn't mean that there won't be triumph, that there won't be freedom or power on the other side. And I want you to take a second and I want you to remember that this given moment that you're in, even this experience of so much negative emotion, this experience of deeper waves, this experience was brought to you perfectly and had been formulated billions of years ago. This specific moment is a moment that only you are experiencing. There's no one else right now that is experiencing the moment that you are witnessing right in front of you. That doesn't mean you're alone in your heartbreak journey. It just means this specific moment was made for you. And the next moment, and the next after that, and the moments previous, the moments that you were having in your relationship, those moments were made specifically for you. And many, many, many things had to happen in order for that moment to appear. So instead of saying to yourself that you dislike the moment you're in right now, or you loved the moment you were in the past, I want you to get comfortable with experiencing all of the moments and really practicing gratitude for all of it. sitting in a world of gratitude where everything that's surrounding you is something to be in awe of. We are on a planet spinning in the middle of a universe that is bigger than any of us understand. We're just a tiny speck, but we are a tiny speck of stars and lights and stardust, and that is something to be in awe of. And recognize that the deeper part of the wave was brought to you by you for a specific reason. And the less resistance you have to that specific moment, the easier it's going to be to move through it. And the moment you learn how to move through that without the resistance, letting go of the resistance of what is, no matter how deep that wave is, the closer and closer you get to a new moment that might be a higher point of a wave, that might be a looser point of a wave, that might be a lighter point of a wave. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I want to remind you that as painful as your current experience might feel right now, it is all happening for you and not to you. It's happening exactly as it was supposed to be. It's happening as planned, even if our mind had a different plan in place. And that's okay. The mind loves plans. Let the mind have all the plan. But don't sit in resistance to this beautiful moment that you were given. This beautiful moment that no one else is experiencing. There's billions of moments happening in front of individuals right now, and no one can experience that moment at the same time through the same lens. You have your own lens, and yes, we might be sitting in the same environment as someone else having a moment, but that moment for them is theirs, and your moment is yours. And that's just something to be in awe of. It is so wild to think about. And I want you to go throughout the rest of your day looking at these moments, searching for them, seeing them as they are, noticing the resistance to a moment, noticing the plunging forward into a moment, noticing the neutrality of a given moment. Allow that moment, release the resistance, and let's move through that moment. Because each moment is just that. It's a moment. It's not going to last forever. Your pain and your heartbreak and everything that you're experiencing right now, the mind's stories and the drama, that's not going to last forever. And that's just a story that we get to see and become aware of and release or hold on to. And none of it is right or wrong or good or bad. It's all just the optional experience. And I know, please know that I know how deep this wave is. And I know how difficult this time can be. But what I want you to know is that there is something so much bigger, so much better, already on its way to you. Almost here, actually. It's just right around the corner. And there may be more obstacles coming. And you might hit that bigger and better moment and still experience obstacles. But it's going to be a different flavor and a different experience. And you don't have to be afraid of obstacles. You don't have to be afraid of another heartbreak. This is something that is only making you stronger. It is only making you more aware of what was already inside. And it's helping you live out the full human experience. All of it. The deep emotions, the light emotions, You're here to have that experience. You don't want all light emotions or light parts of the wave. You would never then be able to experience the deep part of the wave, and then you'd be upset that you're not experiencing the deep part of the wave. We get to experience it all. And trust me, I know if it feels like you've been doing this forever and feeling this way forever, it's not going to last forever. And it hasn't been forever. And you're just right around the corner from something that is so much bigger and so much better. And I'm so very, very excited for you. And this is all within your control. And you can start today by simply doing this one thing, by simply allowing yourself to not resist the given moment that you have been gifted. What would that be like? And how might that change your day-to-day experience? I love you so much, and you are so not alone in this experience. You are so not alone in this experience. You are supported by everyone who listens to this podcast. There are millions of you listening to this podcast. All of you are supporting one another. Each of your energies can be felt. And I want you to allow yourself to be supported by these individuals that maybe you don't see physically. But trust me when I say they're there. They love you. I love you. We're all here together experiencing devastation, loss, and grief, and working towards something bigger and better. And that is a powerful thing. We aren't just changing our own consciousness. We are changing mass consciousness. Like I have said before, this is a brave heart movement. We are learning how to do heartbreak differently. And you have to be brave to do that. And I know that bravery is within you because there's no way we can have a human experience with zero bravery. There has absolutely been something that you have done that has been fueled through bravery. Whether that was learning how to walk, going down your first slide, pouring your first glass of water, getting your first job, going to school, whatever it is, you have bravery within you. And right now is the time to access that, to lift it up and say, hey, I'm struggling right now, and I can be honest and radically trust myself through that process of saying, yes, I am scared. I might even be a little bit terrified of what's to come, but I'm brave, and I'm going to stand up, and I'm not going to let this break me. I'm only going to rise from the ashes, and I'm 100% going to turn this around. This is not anyone else's game. It is mine. I am the main character here. I am the main character of this fairy tale. And we are not at the end. This is only a chapter. And honestly, you all know me. It's not a fairy tale without a villain. Am I right? All right, my brave hearts. I love you so much. I hope you have a powerful, magnificent fucking week. And I want you to stand yourself up, and I want you to remember who the fuck you are. You are an amazing human being who is so strong and so powerful because you know how to change the way you feel. You are not at the effect of what other people do. And you will go out and you will create the bigger and better life regardless of what your ex is doing. And you've got an entire army of brave hearts walking alongside of you, in front of you, and behind you. And we are all supporting you. I love you so much. I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you next time. If you're loving the How to Get Over Your Ex podcast and you want to learn how to get over your ex in 3 months or less to build a life better than the one you thought you had with your ex, I I would like to personally invite you to my next group course where we take everything you've learned here on the podcast and apply it to your life. Come check it out at www.lifecoachdorothy.com.